Oh, geez. Oh! Hello and welcome back to another episode of our Duramax swapped GMC Jimmy Overland Adventure. Now, in this episode, we're a little bit further down the trail than we were before, and we went ahead and filled up with fuel right here at this fuel station. Our last episode actually finished right here at this trail connector, so don't worry, you didn't miss much between here and here. Now, in this episode, I think we're going to have a little bit more mud to deal with. We're going to have some more swamps to deal with as well. And without any further ado, let's go ahead and jump into the truck, fire it up, and see what happens. Oh! Yeah, right off the bat, it's getting extremely steep. Again, I kind of figured that it was going to get a little bit more gnarly back here, but I didn't quite know how gnarly. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a lot more gnarly than what we experienced last time, because you got to remember, we're just going further and further out into the wilderness, and a lot of the miles that we're going to do on these trails are completely fresh miles to me. I've never been back here literally ever. Oh! Well, I'm glad I had the snorkel. Oh my God. Well, this is definitely a lot more wild than I remember some of the other areas on this map being. Oh? Oh. Oh, look at that. Oh, I wonder. Oh, there's so much choice back here. I tell you what. Why don't we stay dead ahead and then take this right-hander right here and then take the other right-hander and then wind through here? Looks like it could be pretty interesting. Or we could go just all the way back there. And I've never seen that house before, so that might actually be kind of neat. I tell you what, I think my curiosity is going to get the better of me. Our objective is going to be that house over there, or at least what looks like a house. Because honestly, now that I found out that it exists, I'm kind of obsessed with finding it, and I'm gonna have to actually follow through. Although I'm sure this thing can get there, though. It's just definitely gonna be like, it's gonna be a little bit of that element of, well, you can get there. Whether or not you actually do get there is entirely up to whether or not you drive well enough. Although if we get in a bind, we've got beans, so. The amount of times on this entire adventure that I have plunged that front end almost directly into the ground is like honestly a little excessive. Oh, looks like we've got some mud. Let's see. Give it a little bit more wheel speed. It's honestly kind of chilling. Whoop! I wanted to see if we could throw it in high and actually keep up some momentum, and surprisingly, we didn't stall. Just gotta be extra careful. I was kind of wondering why we were pointing what felt like the other direction, and it's good to know that my, like, mental compass of where we're pointed is not off. And then shortly up here, we should be winding back around to the left. Whoop! Yeah, you better make sure that if you're coming out here that you've got something that's got a decently well-managed center of gravity. Because that's like... Y'all, that's a lot. That is so much. You know, as I go through here, I can't help but think that this would be even more incredible to run at night because of just that feeling of solitude. However, I know that nighttime in SnowRunner does not translate well to video, and I've discovered this on, I would say, multiple occasions, especially when live streaming, because I notice if I don't make sure to reset to daytime, like as the day and night cycle rolls on, every time it rolls around to night, people will actually leave the stream, and then about when day starts coming back, they'll start coming back into the stream. It's actually really interesting. And I'm not sure if that's because people are more comfortable watching the game in the day, or if they just like the way the colors look a little bit better, or if it's just more satisfying to look at, or maybe like nighttime just makes the experience boring for them. I'm not sure. This just turned into like a massive gully section. I'm definitely here for it though. You just gotta kind of find your way as you make your way through. And honestly, just try to maintain as good of a footprint as possible. Ooh. The edges of the trail are so overgrown because it's so remote out here that, like, you can't always see where the line is. See, like, that massive dip right there, I had no idea that was there. I had no idea that was there. None at all. Because, again, it was that overgrown. Ooh. Oh. What? What? Oh, that corner is gnarly. The really cool thing about that is that that's another element of real world trails that I have seen and personally experienced that I never see in a SnowRunner map. Well, I guess besides that one. Oh, geez. Oh! Oh my God! Well, that's intense. Come on. I am so thankful for my short wheelbase. Oh! That would have been so much worse in a long wheelbase truck. God, this is steep. This is actually ridiculously steep. Honestly, now after that, I'm just worried about sudden drop-offs, especially sudden drop-offs on the edge side, like on the cliff side. Easy down the hill. I think we can be pretty comfortable going back to low plus. We'll just hang out there and keep chilling. I could so lose track of time on this map though. I could lose track of time on this map so incredibly quickly, mainly just because of how immersive it is, how immersive and realistic it is at the same time. And of course, to be fair, that element of realism is what adds to the immersion for sure. But I think there are some maps that try to be super realistic, but they don't quite get the immersion right, and therefore they kind of fall a little short. But God, this map just keeps delivering. Oh, that's a proper hill. Come on. Oh, maybe if you're willing to go up in a second. Find it. Oh, there it is. Eventually you'll get there. You'll get there eventually. You just have to make sure you work the traction. Working the wheel always helps. I wonder how far away from that house we are. Because that was kind of my overall goal for heading this way. No! Reverse was honestly the last thing I wanted. Honestly, in a second, I'm gonna check my GPS because I'm a little bit worried we're off. Oh! Oh, we're actually super close. Oh, come on. Let's go. Oh, it does not want that. Good. Come on. No! That was a tree. I'll admit that right here in front of everybody. That was a tree. Oh, this remote cabin is so sick. Fuel stop. What are we looking at? Oh, not too bad. Fueled back up. Honestly, we may camp here. I mean, now granted, obviously, like, we're going to let it roll around to nighttime before we do any camping, but that was amazing. And that was actually a really, really good stretch of trail. But if y'all enjoyed this video, let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments. Hit that like button if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new, and I will see y'all next time.